say? We say, Alex says, you talked about lust. How do you define love? Definition, or is it an overrated phrase? No, love really has nothing to do with sex. This, contrary to what people think, that sex represents love. It doesn't. So how many people are being, raped around the world? Is that love? No, it's sex. And it's not a sex that's consensual sex. It's violence. So really, and then we put that horrible thing aside. We focus on people who actually are friends, and they get to know each other and they make love. But really they're having sex. They're not in love. Many people maybe have a one-night stand. That's not love. So sex and love is totally different. Love is a whole different frequency. It so happens that I've associated the word love with sex every time, because sex creates that amazing state of abandonment and state where you feel you have gained everything you wanted to gain in life, and you have no concern about wanting anything, needing anything, and at that moment you feel you're totally non-existence. Everything there is feeling. There is no physical being of you. And that level of resonation is something that frees you from any responsibility that you have at that moment. That's why it's so amazing feeling that they mistake that ecstasy, that feeling of abandoning yourself in that moment and feeling of oneness with the whole energy of the moment, to think it's love. But that's not love. That's again experience of that moment. That experience is what it is, but it's not love. Unless there was a love before you are having sex. And that's a whole different ball game. That's really what special is. Otherwise, pretty much the feeling that you get from sex without love is the same as masturbating. You get the same feeling. Your body doesn't know it. It goes through the same mechanical and emotional experience. But there's no love in there. So love is totally different level. But when it's combined with sex, then of course is a total different experience than people who just have sex and they think they're in love. Love happens way after you get to know each other. And it's much more complicated. It's a resonance, it's a frequency, it's not a physical experience. So you can have love for life, you can have love for your child, you can have love for the goodness and the purity of the energy that is being extended in the universe. You can have love for all good things that could happen for people, for around the world, for entire nature, for entire life. These are way above the regular love that is being thrown around just because somebody is intimately interested in someone and the sex seems to mean love. That's not love. In most relationships are based on sexual attraction, and they want to make love come out of it. And they fail because love comes from the level of consciousness and the compassion and all the other levels of emotions than just that one sexual intimacy, feelings and emotions. Many fail because they think they're in love, but they really don't focus what love is. And they represent love with sex. And that's why it never works.